And I'm just going to ask everyone to please say their name. I usually do, but I realized in other meetings, it's always the person who says their own name. So I'm Barbara Bigelow.
Elaine Paleo.
Sam, Sam Spiziak.
Ann
Diane.
Brigham. Whoop.
Ann Brigham. And
Poor Diane. Ann Brigham.
on your mark, it's like, go, Diane.
Diane Adams.
Jessica Carlson Belanger.
Great, thank you.
That's why it's usually better for the chair to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that in the future, but this was entertaining. There's always something about that.
I think we should try
Um,
to go in alphabetical order next time. Let's try to
there
do
you,
that.
there you go. Or I could just go back to doing it again. Maybe I was the one who was in the right all this time. That was the best way to do it. So today, Christine Margolin is not going to be able to be here today, and Annie Gagliardi will not be here today. First order of business is the minutes. Is there any discussion about the minutes from last time? Seeing no discussion, I move that we accept the minutes. Is there a second? Okay, and all those in favor, raise your hand. And I'll take those guitars as a yes, so it's a unanimous. Okay, so see, was Sam suggested this idea of doing something in memory of Christine Robinson. You know, she was a member of this committee for well, much longer than I was. You know, she's been here a very, very long time and has certainly been instrumental in helping to get the committee to where it is today. And so Sam called with a pretty cool idea. So Sam, do you want to talk about what you thought of, and then there may be other things that come up as well.
I do, yeah. One second, honey. I'm in a meeting, okay? I was thinking, so Christine was always at knitting and did a lot of the library arts and crafts programs. I think that was something she really enjoyed. And something I thought would be nice. And I don't think that there's this isn't something that needs to be done immediately, but like a fiber art library, like a little library like on the road that you get a book from. But like I thought it would be nice if we could have a fiber art library where you do like yarn or fabric scraps or knitting needles and just like general craft supplies. If we organize something like that in her honor, I think that would be a nice memoriam for her. I think right now, if anyone's interested in helping out in any way, the focus should be on Mia and helping her in any way we can. And Jessica, you might know more about that than anyone. But if we want to do something physical, which I've heard from the community, a lot of people are interested in that. I thought that might be a nice thing to do, and the library is on board to host something like that as well and be a site for it.
Okay, comments, discussion. I think, thank you, Sam, for thinking of that. It's really a wonderful idea.
I also think it would be really nice. She really loved the library, and I thought it might be nice if one of the things that the rec committee did was to purchase and plant a tree for her and have a memorial plant in it.
Elaine, I was thinking the same thing, and I wonder if we could get a butterfly attracting plant, since I always associate Christine with butterflies. You know, some.
Yeah, I don't know that there are what trees would be.
Yeah, I know. Trees is tricky.
Trees is
Shrubs.
tricky.
We could definitely do native shrubs.
Yep. And I know Penny Jakes knows a lot about plantings and what they attract and don't attract, so she could help us with that.
Absolutely. Other comments, thoughts?
And one other thing, somebody was suggesting that since Mia is graduating this year, that we do some sort of helping her to celebrate her graduation, either being at her graduation, helping her host a graduation party. I don't know. I mean, Jessica, maybe you know better where she would be at with that.
Yeah, I like that idea. I know someone at the high school bought her a tassel with Christine's picture. Um, sorry. Um, and uh, a bunch of staff members from Shutesbury have asked to be on stage at the graduation. Usually it's just one representative from each of the elementary schools, but we've asked if a couple of us can be up there for her. So yeah, but I like the idea of somehow helping her celebrate. I know that she had mentioned that there will be another type of like memorial party in May. I don't know if anybody has information on that. Someone said something about having some kind of celebration on the town common
Mm-hmm.
as a memorial, but I don't really have any details on that.
I think it's May 17th at 3 o'clock.
Oh. Okay. And do you know who's organizing that?
Maybe Susie
Mm-hmm.
Mosier, maybe. Is that
Uh-huh.
right, Elaine?
I think so.
I think so too.
Okay.
I think
Just
she'll
to,
put something out
mhm,
soon about that.
mhm. Are there other people in the community who are talking about some kind of memorial for her? And because if so, it probably makes sense for us to work with other people who are doing it, as opposed to having, a bunch of different things here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely talk to Susie about that.
Okay. All right, I'll send her a text
Mm-hmm.
or an email. Okay,
Yeah.
about that. Okay. So at this point, it sounds like there isn't any action that we need to take, or do we want to? It sounds like with the graduation, the school is really making sure that she's got people up there for her. And I would imagine that um, Bobby and Joan and Nancy and Tim and Christine Marglin will want to go to the graduation as close friends of hers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mie had said that usually because they only give out a certain amount of tickets because
yeah.
it's at the Fine Arts Center now, that the high school told her she could have as many tickets as she wanted.
Oh, how
Very nice.
lovely. Okay,
So,
that's great.
she said, anyone that you know that wants to go that can't be up on stage, just let me know. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Oh, that's great. Do you know the date of the graduation?
it's usually the first Friday in June.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what that date would be.
Okay. Thank you.
So you said the other things, there's no reason to start on now, but I think the idea of planting at the library, we're talking about
Yes.
plantings and getting ready to prepare for that. So if we could set a dollar amount
Yes.
that
Well,
we would want to use.
yeah. hmm I don't know what that would be. It depends on the type of tree that we get and whether
Mhm.
we want to do plantings that would, like milkweed related plants really attract monarchs.
I can pull up. I'm gonna just take a second and pull up. There's like that
The
fundraiser
gift.
form.
Yeah.
hmm
I don't even remember what it's called.
Yeah. I was thinking that maybe because we always donate or offer
hmm
people 250 for each program, that would be something that
hmm
we could say that it would be in that $250 range.
We could also, if we often have money left over at the end of the year because people don't accept the honorarium, and then as we're going along, I pass that money on to the library. But we also tend to have a big chunk of money left over, which we then give to the library. And so we could just, and again, I don't know how much trees cost. If we needed to have somebody come in and plant it, it could be more than $250. So
I,
go ahead.
yeah, no, Barbara, I was going to say, I think shrubs, you're talking about maybe $65,
Mhm.
But trees, you are talking about a couple $100, and I
Yeah.
definitely think with that root ball, if we want it to survive, we would want somebody to
Yeah.
plant it or at
Yeah.
least advise.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of planting going on, so I think
Yeah.
it'll be like a joint planting.
Okay.
Elaine,
Okay.
I was going to
And
ask about that. So is the library planning general planting? So we would want to integrate whatever is
oh,
done for,
absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
Can
Okay.
I just pipe in to say that an individual native tree planted and mulched is 400
Okay.
and a native shrub planted and mulched is 100.
Okay.
Mm.
And so, yeah, just
Would we also
Sorry, Sam, where are you getting that from?
If you go to the shutesburypubliclibrary.org, you click on Friends News, and then there's
Oh,
the Finishing Touches campaign. It's towards
Yep.
the
oh,
bottom.
Yep.
That's
okay,
what it's called,
got it.
Finishing Touches.
Got
And
it.
that's everything that's left for donating like a plaque item to the library.
okay. Yeah, Jessica?
that's what I was going to ask about, was having some kind of plaque or something, 'cause, that is an important piece of this, but that will also cost money. But if it's all tied together on that fundraising page, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it is in theory. Yeah.
If we put some money towards a shrub and some money towards the arts and crafts library, with a plaque also, I mean, would that be the 250, or do we want to
Mm.
do the 250 for the planting and then another whatever it costs for supplies and things to add to the library lending program?
Someone suggested to me too, we could do a cultural council grant for the fiber library.
Yep.
In the fall.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
Because
That
I
would be
think
great.
because that's going to cost something, especially with the books.
Mhm.
So that's a great idea.
I
When,
would
Another
yeah.
another thing that she might have liked, I'm looking at the finishing touches page. She might like a bluebird house.
I was thinking that.
You know,
Mhm.
bluebird houses cost $100.
Okay, well, we're
Um,
certainly, so we're talking about $100 for that. Let's just say, was it 500 for the tree?
400.
400 for the
400.
tree?
Mhm.
Just kind of going up the outside. And then how much was the bush again? 200?
100.
100.
100, okay. So, and we want to get probably 3 bushes, right? I mean, just one bush just looks like one bush. And
Well,
then
there's going to be there are 70 that are going to be
going
planted.
in, oh, okay. So we would just be picking up the cost for 3 of those or one of those, one tree. And then, okay.
And then don't forget the plaque.
And the plaque, okay. I don't know anything about the cost of plaques.
That's really, I know actually way too much about the cost
Oh
of
dear.
plaques. I am sad to report, but they're still figuring that out. It's supposed to be part of that fundraiser, the
Mhm.
plaque option, but I can assure you it is not figured out quite yet.
Okay.
Because they want to,
Because some of them are really, it's just like finding something nice, but that doesn't cost as much as the donation is
Mhm.
actually more challenging than you would believe.
Mhm.
Well, right now, minus the plaque, we're looking at about $600, and the chances are we'll have $1,000 left over because that's what we typically have left over. So we have, and anything that doesn't get spent on this would just go to the library anyway. So we could specify the money that it go to these particular things, and then whatever the balance is would be for
Mhm.
programming at the library. And
Mhm.
that way, as long as we know that whatever max we're citing is going to be sufficient to get the tree, the bush, the plaque, and anything else for that. And then there will likely be some left over. Does that sound
Mhm.
okay? And so what is the process at this point in terms of designating the tree and the bush and the bluebird house?
I can talk to Marianne about it, and
Super.
I'll just put it in the that we're donating
Okay.
one tree, 3 bushes, and 1 blueberry, a
Mhm.
bluebird
A
box,
blueberry house, right?
blueberry house.
Right, perfect. Okay. Now, in terms of doing something inside the library, is that something we want to move forward on at this point, is this a longer term? Well, actually, going back to when is the grant? When is that grant cycle?
In the fall.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So that'll be the next fiscal year. So we would look into that then, start thinking about it now and thinking about applying and then put in I assume there's some kind of RFP or something that's requested and we'll take care of that. Okay. Does that that sounds great.
Yep.
Thank you, Elaine. And Christine Margland has said that she definitely wants to help in any way possible. And, she's certainly would be very helpful in writing a grant with her writing skills. So good.
That'd be great.
Okay. It's hard to move on to anything else. Just kind of feel like I need a moment of just being quiet for a second. So the other event, and this was something Annie came up with and got the whole thing organized, which is great, but she's not able to be here today, but Sam is going to speak to it, which is the seed swap and gardening workshop, which will be April 4th at 1 p.m. in the library. And we haven't advertised it yet because we haven't voted on it yet. So assuming that people vote and say, yes, we want to do this, then the town-wide email, Sam will send that out today or tomorrow to let everybody know. So Sam, it's all yours.
yeah. So Annie's neighbor is part of the Amherst Garden Club, and she is going to come to the library on April. What did we say? Tuesday, 3rd?
April 4th.
Fourth?
The 4th. I think it's the 4th. Yeah.
Yep.
April 4th, to just discuss planting. And I think it's just kind of nice to get a new person involved. I'll read you what the town-wide email will say. Successful seed sowing and growing, Saturday, April 4th at noon at the library. Would you like to grow your own vegetables, flowers, or cuttings for a garden, annuals, or pots or native plants to support pollinators in your landscape? Come learn how to sow and grow plants from seed. All are welcome from beginner to experienced. Bring questions and conundrums. Plus, there will be a raffle for freebies, a grow light, trays, soils, timers, and more to jumpstart your sowing. So it's Elizabeth Nema, and she lives down by Annie, down by the reservoir. And that's that.
Great.
On your flyer that you just read, you said noon, and we're saying 1 o'clock.
I thought it was at 1.
Uh,
Is that what?
Yeah, it says 1 in the agenda. I was going to ask that
Well,
too.
yeah. Are you looking at the email that I sent you with?
Yeah, I'm looking at
Oh, that was
email.
just copying, so that it would be noon, but can you
Let
double
me
check?
let me check the calendar, library calendar quick,
Okay.
because that'll be
Oh,
right.
right. Mhm.
Or agreed upon. Let's see, April. It's actually not on the library calendar yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I will find
Okay.
that out for sure before I send it out.
Okay. Thank you.
And along with that, can we send information about the April 12th hike?
Absolutely.
I send you a blurb.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you already send it? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said. Did you send me a
And-
blurb?
No, I didn't. If I
Oh,
send you a blurb,
yeah,
can
that
you
would
add
be
it?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. That sounds great.
And sorry, one more question. Is there an end time to that event, Sam?
I would guess it's around an hour,
Okay.
but that's a
Why don't you put in 2 hours?
2 hours.
Yeah,
I think it's helpful.
Yeah, if we don't need the time, then that's fine. But, people are going to be able to be exchanging seeds, and also there are the seeds that are in the library that would be available to people, and they may have questions. So I say it wouldn't be that she'd be presenting for 2 hours. It's that she'd do whatever she has to say, answer questions, and then just be around for people who might have individual things they want to ask her. And if we don't need the time, then we don't use the time. So
I'm guessing it might be 1 o'clock. Well, I don't know. The Easter egg hunt is right before that the library is doing. So anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Diane?
As far as the seed swap, are people being asked to bring seeds and number of a certain number of seeds, different kinds of seeds?
Whatever you have, I think is that your understanding, Sam? Yeah, mine is just if you save seeds, then bring them. I wouldn't know how to save a seed. My life depended on it, so I don't save seeds. But
It's a good conundrum to ask about when you go there, right? How do we save seeds?
that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. When I first retired, I worked as a seed cleaner at Nasami, but somebody had already gotten the seeds, and then our job was just to go through and get rid of the ones that weren't viable. So I loved that job. They don't do it anymore since COVID. Anyway, okay, well that sounds great. We'll get that out, double check the time.
But can we vote?
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be helpful. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of this.
The
You
egg
have
hunt
noticed
is-
over the months that I need
the
help,
egg- the
and I
egg hunt
appreciate
is at
the reminders.
the egg hunt is at 10 o'clock,
I
so
know, so
Okay.
that's why I feel like noon.
it's probably
That's
noon.
quick. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
quick. Anyway,
All right, so do we have anyone move to have the event on April 4th at time to be determined? Okay, and a second? You were seconding. All those in favor? It was unanimous, so we'll go get the townwide email out and we'll clarify the time first, but okay. Next thing, Sam, you're up again for this one. Spring bike repair and tune-up. Do we have the people lined up to do it?
yep, March 17th.
Fantastic.
I think 9 to 11. Cliff's going to be there. Andy's going to be there. And then my friend's son from Wendell, who has his own bike stand and stuff.
Oh, that's wonderful.
He's
Thank
like
you.
10 and he has a little business, Wendell Wheel Works. So he's excited too.
Oh, great.
And we'll do a bike swap.
What was his name?
What's sweet name?
What's his name?
Fletcher Winiarski. They used to live on Schoolhouse Road a little while back. But anyway, so yeah, Cliff, Andy, Fletcher, we'll do a swap. And I just basically copied and pasted the same flyer as last year. We'll do a 10 o'clock kids ride. I will next meeting have a monetary request for, I think it was just cabling. It was $100 of cabling maybe last year.
We spent $100. I can't remember on what, but if there's other things that they think we should have, we certainly would be able to get it for them.
I'll ask Andy. And then, yeah, that should be pretty easy. I put in the request at the school to use the space. So should be okay.
Good. Thank you.
Yep.
We really do have a lot going on. I'm just always kind of astounded at the variety of the things that we do. Okay, that's great. I'm unfortunately going to be out of town. Yeah, I am out of town on this. No, wait, the 17th.
May
Is
17th.
that the day? Wait a
Of
second.
Christine's thing. That's in this would be in the morning and that would be in the
Okay.
afternoon.
Okay. So it's later in the afternoon.
This is at 9 to 11 a.m. and Christine's thing.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. You know what I was doing? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was looking at the time for the seed swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at the wrong thing. And this is why we have to have co-chairs.
No.
I'm realistic about this. Okay, hike meetups. Jessica.
Great spreadsheet, Jessica. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. I felt
Yes.
like I wanted to Beth and I sat down and looked at how many people were coming and on what days and what times to see if we could kind of streamline it. So we have decided to mostly hold them the last Sunday of the month at 1. That's the general idea. So as you saw in the spreadsheet, the April one was already planned, so it doesn't fit that, but that will be at Southbrook Conservation Area. Beth can't go, but she's hoping to send someone else, and they've just done a bunch of work on the bridges and stuff, cleaning up those trails. So she's excited to show that off. Then May 31st at 1, we'll do Freeman Road, which is off of the dirt part of Wendell Road. June 28th at 1, we'll do Pine Brook Trails. And I'm hoping that the connection with Pine Brook that we have at the school will help with those and lead us and talk about the trails. And then July 26th, that one will be Poverty Mountain off of Pratt Corner, which I didn't even know was there until Beth told
Yeah.
me. So the only problem is that June 28th, I have signed up to walk with the GSA from Shutesbury and probably Leverett in the Amherst Pride March. And so I'm wondering if any of
nice.
you would be willing to hike with Beth on June 28th at 1 o'clock with the Pine Brook Trails, just as like a representative. You don't have to do anything, but just
That sounds like my kind of job.
Yeah,
Diane,
yeah,
you
just
and I
show
are
up.
gonna have to duke it out. Well, we
Just
can
show
have
up.
more than one person come, but I
Of course.
would, that's kind of my neighborhood trail, because that's the one I do all the time, because it's just down the street from me. So
That's
I would,
great.
so, and Diane, you're gonna do it too. We can, good, we can add some more.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Good.
Okay. So let me write this in, so. Okay. Super. All right. Thank you so much, Jessica. This has really been quite a successful thing.
It's
People are-
great. There is one funny thing that Beth told me coming from the Conservation Commission. There's someone on the commission who led like this. he lives out in Andover. I don't know if any of you know him. I forget his name, but he has a house at the lake, and he led this hike called a Viking hike with these people that like come out with drums and fire, and they hike out into the snow. Stop, Freddie. They hike out into the snow and light a fire and play drums and do like a Viking-esque thing. And he would like to try to incorporate that into our monthly hikes. So we're thinking about doing something like that in January, where he would like kind of organize it, but it would be considered one of our monthly hikes that we can advertise. So just a heads up about that.
Oh, that sounds quite entertaining.
Yes, it should be. It should.
Yes, I would think that would be something for us to vote on. Do you think?
Okay.
Yeah. So we move it in the January hike. That
Well, we don't
there-
know what date yet.
oh, that
we don't know
in
what
a
date.
winter hike, in one of the winter
During a winter hike.
during
Yep.
a winter hike, there will be a Viking event. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So any discussion about the idea beyond what we've done? Is there a second to the? Okay, and all those in favor, raise your hand.
Of what?
Having the Viking event
Oh,
during, why not? I think it would be a
If this person is,
yeah.
on board with planning it, yes, that was one of his ideas, and we love to be inclusive. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'll be entertaining, and everybody, I mean, I've only been literally only been able to go on one of them, and everybody was just like so happy.
yeah,
Just walking along with everybody. It makes people happy to do this. So you're
does.
bringing joy.
It's a great community builder too. Like I've met so many people that I didn't know, and I
Yeah.
thought I knew everyone in town. So it's like really interesting, and it's just nice to hear about the different connections and see
Yeah.
people happy, happy and out in nature. It's great.
Yeah. Diane?
Jess, I have a request to maybe repeat some of the winter hikes that were so cold and snowy that those of us who aren't as hardy as you maybe go on. I'd be very interested in exploring some of the areas, but it was just too cold or snowy for me.
I would actually like to build on that, because the trails, depending on, I mean, in the early spring, they're all going to be different, even the ones that might have been during a warmer part of the year. In the summer, it's going to be completely different in the spring and in the fall. And so there may be, just kind of circling through this, if you take every single walk that's been done by this time, multiply it by 4, we're up to quite a few. So that's a really great idea, Diane. And it doesn't have anything to do with us being wimps.
Yeah, well, some of them have been a little tricky, admittedly. But we did try to plan for like what hikes are the flattest that we can do during the winter, what hikes would be least muddy that we can do, but we can definitely switch things up too.
Yeah.
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 mhm.
Okay. Thank you. So the next is the stitching, and I wish that I had put together an equally nice table, but I didn't. What we did last year, and I think makes sense to do again this year, is we went through the end of June and then didn't have any in July and August. And then we didn't start up quickly, but that was because of the library. So we had a few meetings in the town hall, but it was kind of a slow start to this year, which we won't have this coming year. And the primary reason for having it not going through the summer is that it does require that someone be there to, sit. Well, it used to be to open up the doors, but now I guess Sam or Marianne, somebody will have to figure that out for whatever dates. But it's not, there's some planning that's involved in being able to do it. So, and I personally, during the summer, don't want to be having to go and sit. What we talked about last year, but I don't think anybody did it, is finding a place outside that people could meet kind of unofficially, but just the gazebo. I've never been there over in where is it? It's
Elliott Park.
in yeah, the park. So we'll have that discussion again. And Sam, I guess you and I and Marianne will probably have the discussion about the dates and the times, but because you and she are the only ones who can get us in. Unless you trust me with the key.
I think that can be I think I don't know, you're pretty suspicious these days. That's all I have to say. But you could maybe be trusted. We'll see.
So I said some indiscreet things. Okay, we'll get that one worked out. I mean, that there's one of the things for those who have been going, you've seen it. For those who haven't, it's exploded. We have this nice place to sit. Place, location matters. And sitting in that downstairs room in town hall with that air filtering thing making such a racket, it really wasn't a pleasant place. And now we've got so many people coming, and it's really been nice. And it looks like there's kind of a core and then some people who come and go, but not quite as regularly. And it's a very welcoming, lovely space for community, as are the hikes.
And just for my own notes, you're gone this weekend, correct?
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
But we still have it. Okay.
Yeah. I will definitely be gone this weekend.
Yep.
I can make it this weekend.
Okay.
What? Oh, thank you. Great.
That would be great, Elaine, because I have to go do basketball at the same time.
Yep.
So I'll do back and forth again.
So you haven't really worked out that how to be in two places at once problem yet?
Not quite.
Okay, well, let us know. I think many people would like to know how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next is I have birding ?
I did some follow-up on that.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Marianne emailed Cliff. He's available May 30th or June 6th.
Cool. Okay.
So, yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I'm interested in being part of it. I don't know anything about birding, but I know Cliff and have worked with him to arrange different field trips to the Quabbin back when he worked at DCR and I was an elementary school teacher. So I think it would be fun. I am not available June 6th though, but I don't know if we have a lot going on in May, but I would like to be part of that and could be part of the planning.
Great.
So if I'm part of the planning and June 6th is a better day for everyone else, then I'll just be part of the planning and hear about it after, which is fine.
No, I think May 30th would be fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I
Would be
agree.
actually better because I know graduation from the high school and everything is probably around the June 6th date.
Yep.
Okay.
Then you have all the parties that people are putting on.
Yeah,
Just checking what time we did it last year.
7:30 it was early, right?
It said 6 a.m. to 8 a.m.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Is that's something you guys all want to do?
Quite a few people. I was not able to be there, but Quite a few people showed up. You were there, Elaine.
Oh, but did we really do it at 6 a.m.?
What the flyer says.
Wow.
Do
I
you
think
want
it was on a weekday last year, wasn't it?
Let's see.
Wow.
June 7th.
Hmm.
I had
Well,
to say that I think it was a Saturday, June 7th. That's from 6 to 8, and it was in the Lake Wyola parking lot.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see what
sound
Cliff
right?
says. I mean, he's the one who's gonna,
Okay.
okay,
So
thank you. All
I'll
right, great.
email him back, and I think we're co-sponsoring that with the library, so they'll
Yeah.
promote it.
Okay,
We
yeah.
talked about that.
Yeah, Mary Ann and I will both be gone.
Yep, I know.
Yes. But when we have it the following year, then I can go. I've been wanting to go.
Okay.
Okay,
And I would-
so that takes care of birding and yeah, Diane?
And I would need some guidance. I've never helped
Mhm.
plan an event through this committee, and so I want to do it well, but just any guidance on what I need to do. I'll kind of follow Cliff and Marianne, which will be an easy thing to do, but I would like to make sure that I'm doing my part.
Great. I do quite a bit of it for anything like this where there might be a cap on it because I start a waiting list. So people they write I just say write into the recreation committee and then I just start a list. As soon as I get an email from someone saying they want to do it and how many people are coming, I send an email right back to them saying, isn't that wonderful? Until we hit the limit. And then it's like, okay, there is a waiting list. But if anyone drops out, I'll let you know. And it's a good way to gauge interest. Like the geology walk, there were enough people in the waiting list to have done a completely separate one. So I take care of that. And then your primary thing will be just making sure that, well, actually, I'm going to be sending all the emails out because you can't. Or Sam will be because I will be not here, right? But like the day before, you would make a call about weather or whatever, but you could do it with Cliff. But I will definitely, do all of that stuff, that background work, and help you with anything that you would need to do because it's going to mainly be day of stuff, introducing him, just that kind of thing. So, and that's for anybody else who also is thinking about running something. It's the running of it. It's most of the work is day of. Just, sometimes you really need a sweeper, for example, on the walks when we've done things. We had people who just kind of stopped in thrall of a flower or something and everything stopped. Oh, and okay. So, and thank you very much, Diane, for offering to do that, being willing to do that. And Annie, we voted on the whole thing and it's a go, not too surprisingly. The only thing we weren't sure of was the time noon or 1?
It was noon.
Noon. Okay.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
somehow or other decided it was at 1. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay.
Hello. No, this is why we have people checking what I do. Make
Okay.
sure that it's all right.
Okay, thank you. That's great.
Great.
I'm excited.
And-
Elizabeth is excited about it too. So,
Good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
We also decided with you not here that we would not put a cap on it. My guess
Okay.
is that there won't be a huge number of people. I mean, 20 would be a large group.
Yes,
For most of the
yeah.
things that we plan. So people won't be writing in, but it also seems like the kind of thing that can accommodate more people. That room holds a fair number of people and we put it for 2 hours so that there can be not that she's going to need to be on all that time, but that she can, whatever intro, answering questions. And then anybody who has any extra questions that they have, just kind of one-on-one, have that additional hour there. And we will
That's
be
perfect.
offering her an honorarium of $250.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Oh, sure. And thank you. Okay, so we got the birding, all movies on the common. Okay.
One more quick birding thing. Sorry, before you
Oh,
move
sure.
on.
No, please.
I just wanted to let you know Marianne said she'd be willing to keep a list.
Oh,
for
super.
that.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll tell you why she keeps a list, but she doesn't keep a waiting list.
Okay.
So at any rate, we can
Well,
do
we can talk
do it
about
either way.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, we can talk that. Yeah, that's just a detail
Yeah.
thing. Okay, here's the deal with the movies on the common. I gotta email that said Kay Montgomery, who works at SES, suggested to, and this was from our town administrator, I believe, suggested to us, oh no, us as, never mind, to us and Chief Pelletier having movies outdoors. I've asked around about, wait, okay, so that was the basic. She has a small inflatable projector. That's not enough. We would also need to get performance license fees. We'd have to get other equipment if we don't happen to have them. So it sounds like a really nice, simple thing to do, but it's not that simple. So I'm actually going to make a recommendation, and then you can, rather than trying to figure out other various options. Chief Pelletier was very excited about the idea, and he liked this as a community policing effort. So if he's willing to take the lead on it, and if they have a budget for community policing that would cover the licensing fees, because you can't just show a movie willy-nilly, you have to pay for it. And if he's willing to check to see that we have the equipment that we need, which would be mainly sound and screen. We've got the projector, but I tend to doubt that there's going to be sufficient, it'll be sufficiently loud. So I could get in touch with him. It sounds like he's very excited about the idea. I could say we would be happy to co-sponsor, where the co-sponsor would be to help with some of the expenses. And maybe advertise it, send out townwide emails. Does that sound okay?
I actually don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, why is that?
And like so you need a licensing, and then you actually need a way to show the movie. So like streaming services like Disney Plus and stuff like that, you're violating their terms of service if you show it to a public audience. So like you have to have a DVD player and certain things like that. I just think it's more complicated than meets the eye.
I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah,
I'm
Jessica.
learning about it in school. I happen to be anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
I was thinking about how the library used to show movies in the town hall. And so Marianne had that all like figured out when they were doing those movies. And I had asked her about having movies at the new library, and she was like thinking about that and has that on her radar. So I wonder if there's a way that like somehow they can like the police and Marianne can collaborate on that.
We are planning on doing that and working on it, but like we are at like we can show DVDs, but like actually none of the computers have DVD players anymore in them, so it's like we're like it's so, and like I have a DVD player, but the technology from an old DVD player isn't really compatible with like these new computers and things. So it's a weird thing. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, good points. If suppose I were to call the chief, I can't remember his first name. Is it Dylan?
Dylan.
Call him, and if he's willing to like deal with all of that, so we wouldn't deal. I don't think, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think anybody here wants to deal with that. Is that true?
That's true.
Okay, so nobody's been up to say, no, I really like tedious detail. If he's willing to take care of all of that, then, and if we say, well, we'll provide, some nominal amount, the $250 that we tend to do for events, and we'll send out a townwide email, but everything else he has to tend to. That is, he has to figure out, and he is the police, so presumably he'll be doing the legal thing. What do you think about that, Sam?
I think it gets dark at 9 p.m. also is another detail to consider.
We used to do it on the common in Amherst years ago when our kids were young, and we started like at about 8 o'clock, and it was dark enough.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't pitch dark, but it was close.
And again, that's not a decision we would need to make. I mean, I would make that very, very clear in the conversation with him. We are not running it. We're not going to pay directly. We'll provide funds he can use for it, but we are not running it. We're not helping with any of the detail in terms of sound, licensing, any of that stuff. And I will bring up with him the problems that you have mentioned, Sam. I know you're still not thrilled. Oh,
I just feel like you say those things, like you say, I'm not going to do it, and then you kind of end up doing it. That's my
Mm.
experience in life. It's just like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. And then you're like, okay, I know how to do it. So then you end up doing it.
But
But
none of us know how to do it.
I know, but we're all smart and we could all figure it out if we wanted to.
We don't want to, though.
I'm
We
not-
don't want to. We are going to
yeah.
hand it to him, and we're going to make it
Okay.
clear that if he doesn't want to do it,
I
then
then think that we should just let it be their thing. That's my,
it sounds great. Let
yeah.
him come to us for money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be
there you
nice to
go.
sponsor something like that. It would be another.
I don't think it's a horrible idea. I want to like it, and I'm being a Debbie Downer. I'm sorry. But
I actually have the feeling that if you say we're willing to donate money and send out an announcement, but you have to do the rest, that this idea might just get pushed
Yeah.
to the side.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a thought, because it sounds very complicated and I don't, yeah.
it
But
doesn't
I
seem
think
like-
it's a nice gesture to offer the funding and the advertising.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
know that
I
I want to
have-
offer $250 either.
I know. We could do so much with $250.
Maybe $100. Can we knock it down to
$100?
$100?
It's really, Sam, thank you for pushing back on this a little, because then I
Yeah.
think about it too, and I think, these days, if you can only get a movie that's on DVD, is this something where people are going to want to come out and look at how movie theaters are kind of failing these days. So if it is true that if we're going to spend $250, I mean, we've had so many great events, and I don't know how you gauge that,
I
but
think you can get movies on Amazon too, but I've like just discounted Amazon from my life, so I forget that as an
Mhm.
option. I've just
Yeah.
not made it an option, but it is an actual real option that I
Mhm.
just have made myself forget.
You know what? I could also just write back and say, this is a really great idea. The Recreation Committee discussed it. We don't have the funds or talent to be able to pull this off, and we're delighted that Chief Pelletier wants to do it.
Love that. But we can
And
vote.
then,
We can vote or something.
okay, do you want to vote on that or to vote on me talking to him about?
But we do have the
post-
funds potentially. I mean, if he
Yeah.
wants to do it, we do have the funds.
Yeah,
And
But
it might
we're
be a
not,
nice,
that we don't want to be involved.
do we
Right, we
have
just
the
want-
funds after the funds that we committed for Christine's
I think
memorial?
so. Yeah, I will check before I do
Okay.
anything, but we haven't really spent very much yet this year.
Okay.
We've sent $1,000 over to the library already, which we usually do. I think we paid $250, maybe a little bit more for the geology thing. And I don't think anything else we've done has cost us anything, if I'm remembering correctly. There were some small purchases.
The
I'll
snowshoes.
look. Yeah,
The
the snowshoe. Oh, that's right, the snowshoes.
and the trivia prizes.
The trivia. Oh, you know what? Thank you. Yeah, okay. You know what? That doesn't leave us with a whole pile of money. Okay.
But I think it would be a nice gesture to offer a bit of money to support it
$100?
just in
Yeah.
terms of community building within our town.
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
it's not like we're only sponsoring things the library wants to do. Like we also want to help build up other
Yeah.
boards and committees. So even just a minimal amount.
So is what we're suggesting or what we're going to vote on is that I speak to him and say that we're so pleased that he wants to do this and that we would love to be a sponsor, and that sponsorship would involve $100 plus townwide email and then he can worry about getting the flyers. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's the motion. Is there a second? And Sam, you're gonna have to put yourself back on or let us know if your hand is up or not. All those in favor, please raise your hand. And there are 6 people in favor, and all those who are not in favor. Okay, and all right, 1 and not in favor. You've been trounced. But it's We'll see what happens, but I will certainly, and Sam, I promise you, you will not have any involvement with this at all. Okay? None. I will take care of this, and if he has any further things, then the answer will be no. Okay? If that's okay. The only other that I forgot, under other, I had forgotten to put in trivia night. Um, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work. I know we were talking about, and Anne, I'm going to kind of turn this over to you as the person who really spearheaded this effort. Is this something that we want to do again this fiscal year, which would mean doing it before June? No. Is it something we want to do once a year? I mean, is this the kind of thing that we were kind of talking about doing it again, and then do we have the energy and interest in doing more than one a year? And Anne, what you did most of the work on this.
Well, I was looking at Jessica. I was trying to see what I couldn't, she was making some gesture. Couldn't tell what it
A
was.
please gesture. Please, can we
Oh,
do
please.
it
I mean, I would definitely be up for doing it again. I think once a year seems a little infrequent.
Okay.
I do think we have a pretty busy May.
Yes.
So I don't think we want our events to compete with each other. Although I know this is an evening event, and I know all the events might draw a different crowd. So
Yeah.
I think we would want to think about timing. We could,
There's another one that's a library
the library
fundraiser.
one, right?
Mhm.
That's in mid-April.
Right.
So we don't want to compete with that.
And I think it'll wear people kind of, I don't know if it'll wear them thin, but
I mean, one thing we could think about is taking the summer off. So Barbara, as you said, not doing one in the fiscal year, but then maybe doing, picking it up again in the fall. I would love to do it again, and I would love to do it more than once a year, but I don't need to do it in May.
It
Okay, well,
was
it sounds-
really,
yeah.
oh, sorry. It was really nice to have something in the winter for people to get
Yes.
out and do.
Yeah.
So would it be crazy to think about doing it like once in November and then once in late January, early February, just like 2 times in the winter where we can get people out of their homes? And I had also thought with your themes, they were so like hilarious and great for like Shutesbury. But with the 250th anniversary this year of our country, maybe we could have some kind of like historical theme for a trivia night before the year ends, which is why I said November.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just something about the history of our country or, different topics about that.
It's a great idea. Diane?
I was thinking maybe early November would work really well because it's starting to get cold. Hopefully, outdoor activities are winding down and the holidays haven't started yet.
Yeah.
So that might be nice.
So should we kind of just look towards November then as our next one? Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it was a great success and people were really hoping for more, and we were talking about doing more than one. And it would be nice to kind of figure out we always knew that there's going to be one in November and like one in February or whenever. I found February the shortest month, but the most grueling month of all. So yeah, Anne, looked like you were going to say something.
No,
No.
the grueling months, they're starting to compete with one another. March is feeling pretty grueling. I'm like, come on, Annie, with that seed swap, does that mean spring's actually going to be here by then? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any other business? We have 4 minutes, just so you know.
I have 2 quick things. I'm gonna do soccer again in May. I
Yay.
don't need anything from you. I'll do it from like May, maybe May 17th until June. And then basketball's going great. I'm doing that under this umbrella we talked about, and it's really cute. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna extend it or not, because everyone really likes it.
Great.
So we have one more on Sunday, and then I kind of have to make a decision if we're gonna keep going.
what did you say about the timing? The soccer is going to go.
Soccer is gonna be, I think I said May 16th until June 13th.
May 16th to June 13th. And then
Basketball's just this March, what is it, 29th?
yeah,
Yeah.
And
okay,
it's
thank you.
always, yeah, thanks for doing it, Sam. It's, again, one of these really successful things.
Yeah, when it gets
Anne
to
and
that-
Jessica, did either of you have something you had wanted to say? We still have a couple minutes. Oh, you're muted.
We
You're
can't
still
hear
muted.
you.
You're very muted, Jessica.
Oh, and maybe
Oh,
frozen.
you froze. Oh, I see. You're now frozen in a lovely pose, but frozen. Anne, was there something you had wanted to say?
You know, I'm going to pass. I'm going to
Okay.
thank Warren
Okay.
for next time.
Well, if it's all right, Jess has something to say, and we still have 3 minutes. And I'm kind of a stickler for starting on time and ending, well, actually, especially ending on time because people have other plans. So, Jess, we hope you will unfreeze, and if not, if you could just like send an email out with what you said, and we'll make sure everybody gets it, or you can send it to the committee.
And email me your hike blurb, Jess, and then I'll send out a town
Oh,
announcement.
she went away
Done. I'll
completely.
send out a town announcement
Wait.
tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Great.
She needs Sam's therapy.
That's right.
Zoom.
Zoom therapy.
Well, it's doing pretty well. It was just that one time it was particularly awful, but every time I get on and there's nobody there. There she is. Okay. Okay, she's coming back in again. Okay, Jess. So you had something you wanted to say. We still
I'm
have a couple
sorry.
minutes
My
left.
computer just completely shut down and I
Yeah.
couldn't send anything. One thing about the 250th anniversary, I had emailed the Historical Commission and Marianne to see if they were doing anything exciting this year. Just so that if we think of doing something, we don't overlap ideas.
Mhm.
Marianne, oops, I just lost her email. Oh, I'm having a hard time. Marianne said that she has been doing these little workshops about the presidents that have been ongoing, but also, where is her email? She was planning on showing the movie Hamilton at some point.
Mm.
And I feel like there was one other thing.
It's
Sam,
Yeah, it's the Ludlow Community Band. It's
Oh,
gonna
yes.
be on, I think it's July 2nd. And she's gonna have that and like the hoodsy cups or whatever, ice cream.
I wondered too about thinking about something around July 3rd because there's the boat parade at Lake Wyola. And that's always like an exciting night in Shutesbury with the fireworks and everything. So I haven't thought of a
The
great idea.
illegal fireworks.
The illegal fireworks. I haven't thought of a great idea yet, but I want to try to do something interesting through the rec committee. But
Okay.
so if anybody has any ideas, let me know and I'll keep thinking and see if we can think about how to do this.
Thank you. I will put this on the agenda as the first item next time so we
Oh,
can
great.
talk about it. Yeah, and get some things figured out. And meanwhile, any ideas we'll share with you and each other.
Okay.
So it's just 5 o'clock. Do I have a motion to end the meeting?
So
And do I have a
moved.
second to it? And all those in favor? And
Hey!
Sam and Sam. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, wait a second, Sam, you're on your own. Okay, so the meeting adjourned at 5:01 p.m. And I just stopped the recording, and I'm sure